Okay, so this is a help video to give you an idea how you might produce this type of graph in Autograph. Right, let's start from afresh. Let me. There we go. Now, obviously it's a signed function, so I'm going to put that one in. F of x, I'm using the function notation there, is the sine brackets open of x. Just useful there to put the degree symbol in so that GeoGebra knows that you're working in degrees for this. And there we go, that's the basic function. Okay, so I've worked out that it's a times by the sine function that's going to give me the right transformation. Now if I just enter now, it doesn't like that because it doesn't know what a is. You've got to define a at the start. Now you can do that in different ways. One thing I'm going to do is make a slider. The slider, the first one it chooses there is a, but I can change that to any letter I want. Here it's going to go from -5 to +5. Click on OK, and I'll do the same thing. Let's change that to a space so that it knows that it's times by, otherwise it thinks it's something else. That's plotted a times by the sine of x, which is the same function at the minute because a is currently 1. Let's just change that slider to show you that that moves as the value of a changes. Right, I've got the right one here. However, I want to plot lots of them. Now, one thing I could do is I could animate that, which is quite nice. It does it on its own. But I want it to leave a sort of imprint of every single one of those graphs. Okay, really easy to do. I'm right clicking on the function there and I can leave a trace. So that's going to leave a trace of every single graph that it plots. So there we go, that's the right idea. However, I'm plotting too many graphs there. Let's just stop that for a second. If I look back at the first one, I've only plotted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and if you include that one, 9 of those. So it's not quite the same. Okay, how am I going to change that so that it looks the same? Well, it's to do with this value of a. Let's edit it. Right click, object properties. Currently, it's going from -5 to +5, and it's going up in an increment of 0.1. Okay, well what you've got to try and do is work out the correct values there that will make it look exactly the same as the graph in the question. I worked that one out there to be that, and that should be okay now. So if I now play that, that should be alright. Okay, it is, except I've just got some old graphs there that I want to get rid of. I've just turned the trace off and then back on again, and now if I play that, that should work through those nicely. There we go, perfect. Now then, that's it. We've got the answer there. That looks exactly the same as the one I did. The only thing is that I've got some nice colours in mine, and you can do that if you want to. Okay, so I'll just show you how you get an idea how you can put those nice colours in and change the appearance. I'm looking at the function there, and I can change the style to make the lines thicker. I'll just pop this over here so you can see that happening. So I'll make nice thick lines there, and then come to advanced so that I can change the colours. So you can mess around with the RGB values, and I'm using this one actually down here. I like that. You can change the value of the colour using different values there. What's quite nice is to put a function of this parameter here. So I'm going to put a over 4. Saturation is kind of how vivid the colour is. So if it's 0, it will be grey, which is not very nice. So I'm just going to put quite a vivid colour in, and lightness obviously controls the lightness of that. So 0 is going to be completely black. I want that to be quite bright. If it's 1, it would be a white one, so that's not very good either. So let's put a different value in there, and then there we go. Hopefully we should be able to see the different colours. Okay, so as A is changing, the colour is changing as well. Okay, so that's quite nice, and we can get this sort of rainbow effect. Good luck with the activity.